This is a cold open.
Brr.
We like superheroes. Hey guys, I'm Bat Tracy.
Hey guys, Lifestyle here.
And this is the first episode of our fantasy booking the DC Theatrical Universe.
For Punk Rock Blues.
Yes.
Should we redo that?
No.
Okay.
That's perfect.
Yeah, this is DC Theatrical Earth. It's a brand new series that I came up with. To explain the rules briefly, we are setting up phases for a cinematic universe.
We're fantasy booking
the
DC universe theatrically.
So the rules are, phases are 4 years long.
Wait. Basically, the setup was that in our head, we got, each separately were handed the free reign control of DC Creative at Warner Brothers.
For movies.
Yeah, for movies. They were just like, here you go.
Here you go. So, phases are 4 years long with three...
I wrote this up perfectly.
Oh, he wrote it up perfectly.
Because it works perfectly with the numbers.
Yeah.
3 movies per year.
Yes.
4 years per phase.
Yes.
5 phases total.
Yes. That works. So pretty much 12 movies a phase over this course of 20 years. Yeah, so each episode is going to be 1 year's worth.
Yeah, so we're going to be 12
episodes.
12 episodes.
I'm excited. We just worked very hard on our first one.
You worked a lot harder.
He's been thinking for days about it.
I've been thinking about days.
He has all 5 phases done. I have
all 5 phases booked. I have a full plot thread of what I want it to be.
I have the first year done. I have ideas laid to them. So we're gonna dive right into it. We're gonna move over there.
Yeah.
We have it displayed on the TV.
Yeah, we're gonna put it up on the TV.
We made it
and explain it through there.
Slideshow. Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna alternate.
Yeah. So I show my. Oh, so I want to say, on the movies you'll see it'll say 1/1. So that's the phase is always gonna be the first number, then the number of the movie in the phase.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna start, then he'll show his first movie, I'll show my second movie, he'll show his second movie, show my third. That's how it's gonna go for every year. Let's get into it. Should I do one of these and then bring it back?
Sure.
Whoa.
I like your little thing. Hey, I'm on this side.
Yeah, I'm over here still.
Yeah.
So this is my DC Theatrical Earth. That's what we decided to call this universe.
Mine looks way more professional.
No. Why is me? I forgot to put in a little header that said phase 1, so I just dived into it. I don't know if you did that.
No,
I mean, I could exit and make one, but it's fine. Let's get right into it. My first movie.
Yeah. I don't know what the first one's going to be. I'm guessing it's Superman.
So my first movie is Green Arrow Year 1. I think it's a great starting plot because this is one of the greatest storylines I've ever read. Your
characters aren't showing.
God damn it. Okay. Hold on a second. Don't read it. So it's very much based on Green Arrow Year 1, written by Andy Diggle, but it has some other elements from other Green Arrow storylines in it. So it starts off, Oliver Queen is 6 years old in Africa on a safari with his parents, Robin and Laura, with Robert, obviously the CEO of Queen Industries, which I abbreviated for Room. Their Land Cruiser breaks down and a tiger comes up. The Queens run after their tour guide is mauled by the tiger, and in an effort to save their son, they sacrifice their life for Oliver to get to safety in the next town. Because
you wrote a lot more than
I have. Like I said, I have the entire plot. 18 years later, he's, if I do my math right, I believe he's 24. He's the hotshot alcoholic CEO of Queen Industries. Eddie Fires, who was promised the position down the line from Robert, is fed up with watching Oliver ruin his company. He's just he doesn't care. He just comes into work, drinks, So he's like, hey, let's go on my yacht. Let's go on my yacht. So they go on his yacht. Eddie throws him overboard. In my pun, overthrowing him as CEO. Gets back to Star City, and he's like, yo, Oliver died on the boat. It was crazy. He's dead. So Eddie, he's like, I'm going to take over the town. I run Queen Industries now. All the income's from Queen Industries.
Yeah.
And he gets started in organized crime. He's like, I'm gonna do it. Well, Oliver survived. He made it to an island, and he's like, shit, I gotta put up my dukes, and I gotta figure this out. Designs a bow out of a generator,
A bow out of a generator?
Yeah, he finds a generator and destroys the bow and makes parts. He grew up loving Errol Flynn's version of Robin Hood, so he was inspired. He's like, I gotta hunt somehow, gonna make a bow.
I know the origin.
Yeah, he also finds a little base of opioid and heroin dealers ran by China White and her organization. Her right-hand man is Hackett, right there. And Hackett and Ollie gets into a fight. Hackett beats Oliver to a pulp, who is saved by Tiana, who's a native of the island, who for years, her family, all her clan, have been just, beaten by the white organization. Tiana, her family, like I said, her clan, they're like, you know what, Oliver, we need to get you off this island. You are the one that can save us. So they all kind of sacrifice their lives. They don't die, necessarily, not all of them at least. They fight the white organization as Oliver infiltrates and gets a means of passage home. Steals a boat.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. He makes it home. Oh, hold on. After Tiana saves his life, she fixes his bow and gives him a green hood. And she's like, oh, you could be Green Arrow. That's a cool little nickname. We can call you on the island.
Yeah.
Okay, right. Got it. So he goes home and he's like, you know what? I like what I did on the island. I saved their family. We stopped crime. I'm gonna do this in Star City.
We stopped the crime on the island. Okay.
Where he's like, I'm gonna do this for Star City. Star City isn't in the best shapes because of how Fires took it over.
Yes.
So he goes and he's like, I'm gonna fuck up Fires.
Yeah.
Finds Fires at Queen Industries. Late at night, leads him to the rooftop and kills him on the roof of Queen Industries. He then walks over and does an overlook of the city. He is now protected.
Over the city he is bound to protect.
End credits scene.
Yeah.
TV is covering the news broadcast of the Green Arrow story as a batarang cracks the screen and just quickly cuts to black.
Oh.
I gave this a PG-13 rating just because a lot of it's going to be kind of the lull of him training. It's not really death heavy. Crazy, victimization. We got Green Arrow, we got Fires, we got Tiana, we got China White.
All right, so now...
I guess, do you do a review?
Yeah, the bit where I get to say my piece of what... So one, yours is very origin heavy. This is like a mid-2000s
Mine is literally year
movie.
one. I'm literally making year one.
Because he doesn't become Green Arrow until the end.
Yeah. It's like Daredevil Season 1. He gets the suit in the last scene. I'm doing
I don't know. It's... You typed a lot.
I did.
And PG-13, it's a crazy rating for me. For Green Arrow.
What would you give it?
Who knows?
Just not, I guess...
Also, your end credits, is that the cliche one?
Yes, that was the cliche one.
Okay.
Yeah, I did say there was a cliche end credits. That was my cliche one.
Starting with Green Arrow.
So, yeah. I think, because I wanted to do a year one. I'm like, okay, what are the 3 year ones?
There's a lot of them.
Okay, well, what are the big ones? Yeah. I was like, I don't want Superman to fuck a mermaid. I don't want Batman right away. I was like, let's do Green Arrow. I love Green Arrow. I do want to bring up, as I mentioned when we were editing there, when we were typing, I was like, oh crap, I totally forgot about that part. So I was doing some research into Longbow Hunters.
Yeah.
And just to grab elements from that, mainly the Errol Flynn stuff, because that's a big, heavy part of Longbow Hunters.
Longbow Hunters.
Yeah, and I got to the part where Shadow rapes Oliver and then gets pregnant through the rape and then names it after Robert. And I was like, oh shit, forgot about that.
Huh.
So that was my whoa.
Oh, okay.
Not going to put that in the movie, but...
Sure. All right, so am I going into my first movie then?
You're going into your first movie.
Oh,
you get to show us your title slide and everything. Mine's more professional.
Okay, so here's mine. It's just DC Theatrical Earth, 3 movies per year, 4 years per phase, 5
That's
phases
because
total.
you don't understand the numbers. You had to come in my room how many times? Okay, what is it again?
Yeah. I know. All right, are you ready for my first film?
Yeah, I think I know it though because you told me.
What do you think it is?
I think it's Batman fighting Man-Bat because you mentioned Batman fighting Man-Bat a lot while making this. Hey, look.
So my first film is The Batman. Do I just go through the plot?
Yeah.
Okay, so Jason Todd, this happens before the movie begins, but it's like, it takes, it's throughout the thread. Jason Todd has died at the hands of the Joker, who is now in custody at Arkham Asylum, okay? Alfred Pennyworth and Commissioner Gordon are both, super worried about Batman's mental health because Robin just died. Yeah. And they're like, he's barely sleeping, he's out there beating the shit out of criminals all the time, it's crazy. Well then, Dr. Kirk Langstrom, he's working on a formula to improve human hearing because his kids have hearing problems or something, okay? Who knows? A lab accident turns him into a human-bat hybrid, okay? So then, while Man-Bat begins terrorizing Gotham City, because, you know, there's like a giant man bat.
Yeah, there's a man bat.
You know, Batman is working to solve a new mystery involving the death of his former Robin, Jason Todd, with the crimes that are being committed. They're like crimes having to do with the death of Jason Todd.
Yeah.
And they're like murders by Deadshot being set up to look as if Batman committed them. Okay? Batman finds some solace in a newfound romance with Catwoman. Then, after finally catching up with Deadshot, the Riddler reveals himself as the mastermind, tormenting Batman through the loss of his former partner, and then Batman beats the shit out of the Riddler, because that's how movies end.
Yeah.
And then the end... Oops, sorry, I hit the camera. Then the end credits is a group of people in owl masks chanting around an open casket. I gave this a PG-13 rating, and the characters, of course, are Batman,
you got
Alfred.
a lot.
Joker would have a cameo. The Riddler, Commissioner Gordon, Man-Bat, Deadshot, Catwoman, and Jason Todd in a flashback. Yeah. But he's not Robin, if you notice.
I would say that people like this, like movies like this, obviously with Batman, there's so many characters.
Yes.
You know, there are movies that I didn't include Alfred, I didn't include Gordon, like they're obviously in it, but I mainly included the people that I'm like, the crux of the plot is about them. So for example...
Okay, I'm just including everybody that, like me.
I'll say right away, like, my next movie is Batman.
Yeah. And
there's like a subplot with Lucius Fox.
I was thinking of it as if you went to Wikipedia and clicked cast, those are the ones that would have the actors that you names.
Yeah. So I'll do that for the next year. Can I ask, so how long has he been Batman?
At least 5 years.
At least 5 years, okay.
Maybe a little bit longer.
Okay.
Because you'll see when we get to another one in my first phase, you'll be like, oh, okay. So he's maybe a bit longer.
So I guess it's my review now.
Yeah.
You pointed out, like, he's not Robin. So why is it? So was he Robin?
He was Robin, but I mean, just in the movie, he's only Jason Todd in flashbacks.
Okay. Oh, so we don't see him die.
No.
Okay, so
that happened before the movie.
You just see him. Okay. Yeah. That's why I was confused. I was like, if he's not Robin, why is he?
I want Batman to be dealing with the death of Robin without showing it.
Yeah.
So it's just him being tormented the whole movie.
Where does Man-Bat begins terrorizing the city, but then Deadshot comes in and we leave Man-Bat behind. Where's Man-Bat?
He takes Man-Bat down.
Oh, okay.
Man-Bat wouldn't be. He's just the first villain. As like a
okay. So I did that too.
And then there's like murders and crimes being committed by Deadshot, being set up to look as if Batman's doing.
Oh, okay.
But Deadshot was hired by the Riddler. Yes. Okay.
And then I imagine, I don't want to talk about later, but Catwoman's gonna lead to something. There's not much in this movie with like Catman's evil or
Catwoman is just side character, like a romance.
Is it is it Batman Catwoman or is it Bruce Selena Kyle?
No, it's Batman Catwoman.
Okay. Got it. And then the owl masks. Cool.
Yeah, do you understand that? Because I'm not spoiling that.
Yeah, I understand it. Cool. Let's get into my next movie then.
Awesome.
That's a major plot point in my movie. Technical difficulties, but we're back. Okay. Number 2 is Batman Gotham Knights.
Oh, I like the title. I like the title.
Oh, you like it? I struggled with it for a long time. It was gonna be.
You went R rating with Batman, but now with Green Arrow.
There's a lot of death.
That's crazy. Crazy.
A very, very short scene. After attending a show at Gotham Theater, Thomas and Martha get shot by Joe Chill in an alley because they took a shortcut to catch the train. I wrote train because I ran out of room, meant to say monorail. Parents are dead.
If you would have put monorail there, it wouldn't have changed.
I know. 10 years later, he's 18. He's like, I'm a head out. He goes to Nanda Parbat, trains with Ra's al Ghul for 8 years. I cut the part where
Nob to bot.
Nob to bot. He left Wayne Industries in the hands of Lucius Fox, who is a good friend of Thomas. I cut a lot here to make room. He returns and dons the identity of Batman. He starts fighting crime in Gotham to rid the city of scum and villainy. He fights like some onomatopoeia. That's his first bad guy he gets into it with.
It is a crazy first bad guy.
Yeah, you
didn't even choose like Falcone or Maroni or
Filoni. Very similar to the Mr. Blank that was in Arrow. I mainly did it it was a throwback to the 60s show. You're getting ahead. And then obviously Kevin Smith is great, and and then the Red Hood gang. He accidentally sends one of the members of the Red Hood gang into an acidic vat at Ace Chemical. which later, at the climax of the battle, explodes and levels the entire block. It also injures DA candidate Harvey Dent, who is hosting a rally down the street. So anyways, because he's so hurt and it's like, oh, Harvey Dent, right, crazy. An auction is hosted at the circus to raise money for the bills of Harvey Dent. They're like, hey, he was...
As the circus?
It will say at the circus. Ignore that. It was worded differently until I had to write it. The highest item up for bid is a prized possession. It is the pearl necklace that
Jesus.
Martha Wayne was wearing the day of her death, against the chagrin of Bruce. I think I used that word right.
Yeah.
It's either to the chagrin or against. He was like, why the hell?
He picked up all the pearls, glued them back together, and now he's like auctioning it off.
Yeah, no, he doesn't want to auction them off, but he's like, you need money, because he's on Dent's side, right? That's the big thing of Bruce. Yeah. He's on Dent's side. When it was Dent shows up at the gala, he's Two-Face now. I think I write somewhere that he's known as Two-Face. I don't know. Okay. He goes to the gala and he's like, yo, the city, they've turned their back on this whole election. All he wanted the election to be the focus, but Batman, he's stopping crime, he leveled the block, you got some Man of Steel shit in here. He's like, the election is all that matters. So, and he's a tad bit drunk, I think. I don't know, maybe he's hopped up on painkillers. He just destroys the net of the circus. The Flying Graysons fall to their death as Dick Grayson watches on.
I've seen Batman Forever.
Yeah, right? So, Bruce adopts Robin. He's like, hey, I'm Batman. I'm sorry that I kind of, I'm a part of your parents' death. I'm very kind of Tony Stark heavy with this, where he's responsible for everything.
Yeah. Okay.
He's like, hey, let's take down Two-Face. So they do. They stop Two-Face.
That's good.
They send him to Arkham even, because he's kind of...
So he becomes Robin real fast.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a little bit of time.
It would have been funny if you would have just called this one Batman Year One.
I did. That's why I started with the subtitle. It's called Batman Year One. I've had like fucking 20 years written down in here. Yeah. It's not Batman Year One. It was supposed to be Batman Year One. I was like, shit, I want Robin early though. So I switched. It was either Batman Year One. The other title was Dawn of Gotham.
Okay.
And because of Dawn of Justice. And then I was also like, no, because Gotham's existed.
Yeah.
There's no... And obviously the crime has already existed. That was where I was going for. Gotham Knights. Yeah. It's also going to lead to something. Okay. So it's great. They stop. They send him to Arkham. I want a crazier Two-Face. Dick is like, you know what? We have started something in crime. We're making crime worse here.
Yeah.
And Batman's like, no, we're not alone. Sets down a green arrow, and he sets down like a headline that is talking about Star City. Because as you know, arrow. Yeah, it was supposed to be.
You're going heavy into the
cinematic universe tie-ins. Yeah. He's like, we're not alone. That's the last time of the movie to the end credit scene. Well, that is the last time of the movie because there's no dialogue in the last scene. But the last scene is Ace Chemicals, the last shipment's going out, and it's being sent to Dakota. If you don't know it, it's going to linger. Okay. So let's get into yours then. Dakota. Oh, no, you get to review.
Is it the Big Bang?
I don't know. Just
it might be the Big Bang.
Just talk about what your review is. Oh, my character is Batman Two-Face. Like I said, I didn't go real heavy just to save room. It also took forever to find a Batman picture because I didn't want to use the same as yours.
Okay, so crazy that it's rated R instead of...
There's a lot of death that I couldn't write about because for a room, but crazy shit goes down.
He's killing people on an island.
He's not really killing people.
He's not killing anyone.
No.
Also...
Green Arrow isn't really killing anyone. It's kind of just the family clan.
Onomatopoeia is the first. That's crazy.
Yeah, I like onomatopoeia.
Two-Face is the main villain. That's interesting. I don't know. Yeah,
it's going to lead to something. This is the most heavy of it's going somewhere.
You leaned heavily into Origins.
Want to
like origin movies.
Like
Phase 1 movies.
I wrote this as Year One, remember?
Yeah, and then wrote it as a Phase 1 movie.
Gotham Knights you like.
I like the title. I like the title.
I came up with it before I knew I was going to include Robin.
It is the title of a comic.
Is it good?
Yeah.
I came up with it before I included Robin at first because it was supposed to be Year One, but then I was like, it works because they are too. Because like I said,
because then people will be like, why isn't it just Gotham Knight?
Yeah,
Gotham Knights.
Yeah, because you're not gonna call Batman Dynamic Duo. Yeah. And if you realize, you see, I used the word duo there as well. Red Hood gang, obviously that's gonna be a lot heavier. How I had it worded.
You're choosing to start with Dick Grayson as Robin.
Yeah, and it's gonna. I got a lot built up for Batman. Yeah.
So we're going on to my slide 2. Boom. Movie number 2 for me is Wonder Woman. I'm going with the classics right off the bat. Batman,
But you told me you wouldn't.
You said you were going to go...
Yeah, I know. I changed my mind because I came with an idea.
This plot's going to sound similar if you've seen the 2017 Wonder Woman movie. Diana, the princess of the Amazons, has been training to fight a war her whole life, but when the war never comes, she decides to leave Themyscira to go to the man's world. She's like training, on Themyscira, and they're always like, you're gonna save the world from a war.
We're making a man out of you.
Yeah, and she's like, but it's never coming. So Artemis and Mala, her friends, they're like, yo, we totally support you, and you should go out there and you should fight because you're the best and everything. But then her mom, Hippolyta, however you say her name, Hippolyta, she refuses to let her leave. She's like, you can't go out there. It's crazy. Men are insane, and that's why we've shut ourselves off. Yeah. But then Diana has a vision of Ares destroying Themyscira, and she knows that she must leave. So then after leaving, she assumes the identity of Diana Prince, and she meets Steve Trevor, who's a pilot in the U.S. Air Force. Yeah. They soon fall in love. While this is happening, Vandal Savage is working with Ares, the god of war, to ensure that there's enough hatred in the world to keep the Great War going.
Yeah, because that's what it was called at the time.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. So, because Ares, he feels the hatred in the world, okay? And then Vandal Savage, because he's been around for centuries, he's somehow profiting off the Great War. So that's why he wants it to keep going.
I like it. I'm excited to see Vandal Savage.
Right? Because I'm not using him for Flash. Yeah. So when Diana and Steve uncover this plot, they put a stop to Vandal Savage's immortal ways by killing him.
Ooh, Ares, I liked it.
Then Ares murders Steve before telling Diana that they are siblings born from Zeus.
Wait, Ares is sibling?
Yeah.
Okay,
I'm changing a little bit of the lore.
I thought you meant Steve, and I was like, whoa, you went a weird route.
Then Diana refuses to believe Ares as she grieves the loss of her love.
So Ares is alive.
Yes. The end credits is Wonder Woman watches Superman's spaceship crash to Earth. PG-13.
Yeah.
Zeus cameo. But
Zeus has a cameo too?
Yeah.
So what did Zeus
would just, as she's like...
Is it going to be like a vision thing where they look up and the cloud opens?
Exactly.
So there's not like an actor that's like signing on to Zeus for a lot. It's just Zeus is there. Okay.
Yeah.
I get it. I like it. I like it because it's obviously the big Wonder Woman storyline.
I took Wonder Woman, the movie, and I went, I want Vandal Savage. I need another thing. Because the third act of that movie falls apart for me.
Yeah. Ares has to stay alive. What I love
because he comes back.
Well, I was gonna say because if he feels hatred, you kill Ares, and it's like no more bad guys for the rest of your thing. I really like it. Like I said, Vandal Savage is great. Sucks that he's dead. But I can see where you're going with it, and So is Steve dead? Yeah.
Steve. Yes. I'm not doing the thing where they keep him alive for centuries or decades. Yeah. Makes no sense to me.
Fine.
Kill him off, I say. That's something you're gonna notice about my DC universe. Yeah. People are dying.
You ran out of time or whatever. Cool.
Alright, so this is your third one now.
My third movie. So first year's done. Batman Gotham Knights. No. It's Static Shock.
I knew it.
Yeah. So, don't read
That's your third?
Yeah. So
crazy.
I realized, I was like, what's the problem with DC?
I asked you about a Static Shock movie.
After I came with it, I was like, shit. I wanted to just shock him and be like, yo, Static Shock's in it. No, you brought him up.
I didn't think you'd have a shocker in the first year. That's crazy.
Yeah. So the reason I did it was because...
You had two.
What's the problem with DC?
Diversity.
That, but I mean, it's all dark. It's all gritty.
Yeah.
There's not about a youth crowd. I figured, let's make a Sam Raimi superhero movie. This is, like I said, can we pick directors for this? I want Sam Raimi on board.
No, she didn't put Richie.
So anyways, Dakota High, Virgil Hawkins is being bullied by a kid named Francis Stone, and he gets challenged to a fight by Francis and his gang. He's like, yo, local junkyard, this shit's going down. We're not done with you.
Classic bully in high school.
Right? So Virgil, he reluctantly accepts. He's like, there's no way out of this. They're just going to beat me every day. Let's get it over with.
Mm-hmm. It's a real 3 o'clock high situation.
Yeah, this is a meet after the school, but it's gonna be at night. He accepts, and in the fight, the Gaines, both Gaines, Francis's gang and the other gang, button heads, gang war. Cops arrive. They're like, hey,
I've seen the show.
Yeah, yeah. Tear gas in. Yeah. Tear gas isn't real.
Okay.
I mean, it's tear gas, but it was that last shipment out of Ace Chemical.
Exactly.
So this gas is now being dubbed the Q juice by the news, and it's genetically altering all of the gains. Yeah. And they're now being known as Bane babies because the event is called the Big Bang.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Virgil is included. Discovers that he's developed electricity powers and starts using to take down the bad Bane babies. He's like, God damn it, I had to deal with them at school. Now the whole town's fucked.
Yeah.
I'm going in. Well, Francis, he's hot streak. In case I don't know if you knew when I said the name.
I knew it.
He kidnaps Frida Gorin, who is Virgil's girlfriend.
Yes.
Ignore that word there, but Virgil tracks him down to the junkyard where it all came together, right? He stops Hot Streak and he saves Frida. Hot Streak gets back up slowly, and all of the Bane babies are back, man. And it gets overwhelmed by them. He takes such a beating that the electricity flowing through him builds such a strong energy that it sends out a shockwave and creates a second Big Bane. This was based off of the Black Panther thing that we always joke about. Yeah. The kinetic energy thing. Yeah. But this is just like electricity, just boom, bomb goes off,
and
right?
Giving people more powers?
No, it's kind of erase it. Well, it doesn't erase. It doesn't
You
stop
should have included a bunch of Bang Babies like Rubber Band Man.
They're all there. They're all there. But it's just kind of through the movie. I didn't want to pad a lot of plot into this one.
You're going to do a trilogy.
Yeah. Turns out all the Bang Babies just died.
Okay.
A little bit.
I like this is Young Justice also.
Sorry, there's no pictures of him besides the show. He's the last Bane Baby standing. He realizes his powers and the Big Banes were a gift. He's like, you know what? These were all meant to happen. We're going that route with him. It's stereotypical, it's cliche, but I want him to be like, I'm here. I'm
He's a guy who likes his powers.
Yeah, he's just like, very cliche ending. He's like, I'm going to be static. That's my name. I'm going to ride off into the sunset.
Static shock.
Yeah. Put a shock to your system. He rides off into the sunset with Frida. He reveals, obviously in the fight after he saves her, he's like, hey, mask off. You couldn't tell it's me even though I'm the only one in school with this hairstyle. That was my favorite thing about the show is he just put on a mask and they're like, who's this kid? Yeah. He's like, hey, I'm here. I'm going to save the sound even though not much is really happening in Dakota.
Like Chris O'Donnell and Batman and Robin. Yeah. Like you're telling me you don't recognize that kid's Robin?
Yeah. Or do you remember the mask reveal in Green Lantern? Yeah. Yeah. He rides out in the sunset. Not much has happened with Dakota. I mean, he just killed both the Gaines.
Yes.
You know?
Just killed a lot of people.
Yeah, he just killed a lot of people. It's still PG-13 because it's kids. Yeah. I didn't want to go to keep setting up the universe as like Green Arrow had Batman had Static Shock. So I went with a soft end credit scene. Yeah. He's sitting in class. He's kind of just jotting. He's out of it. You know, he's designing costumes.
You went with the Power Rangers 2017 end credit scene,
which I haven't seen. His teacher introduces Richard Foley. Now
let me introduce you to the new student, Tommy Oliver.
So the reason you're like, oh, Richard, you know, he's not mentioned. He was only made for the show. Yeah. So I didn't want to include him.
He's a character in the comics. He just had a different name.
But I was reading the origin of Static Shock, which is literally just the show. I loved it, how accurate it was. There were other friends mentioned, but I was like, I don't really know them. They're not becoming superheroes. Obviously, people, you know, these are going to be this buddy. Yeah. I'm going for, though I want Sam Raimi oriented, like the fight is obviously going to be very Flash in the hallway when he's doing jumps and stuff. I want that Peter and Ned MCU relationship with him and Richie. So that's what I'm going for here. You give your review.
It's basically just the TV show Static Shock.
Yeah, because that's literally his origin.
But this is a movie that I want to see, so I like it. One thing, I don't like Richie coming in at the end.
It's just because he wasn't,
I just want to see him in the movie, but I understand it, I guess.
I want more of the relationship aspect with Frida. Yeah. You know, in the comics, he chases Frida a long time. I was like, I just want Hot Streak. If you remember when we used to watch the show, I loved Hot Streak. Yeah. Favorite villain. So, you know, I wanted to include him. But, like, Talon's going to be there, Rubber Band Man, like I said. You know, so I really want to do something. It does, like I said, I'm kind of connecting that whole Tony Stark element of Batman is going to ruin everything. It's not really not. But
the funny thing is, now I have my 5 phases all planned out. Yeah. So my movies aren't going to be reactionary to yours. Yeah. Whereas you might react to mine.
So can I say, Richard Foley was not my choice of an end credit scene. It was going to be Billy Batson. Wow. Because I was going to be like, whoa, the Shocksters are together. But I was like, I'm not doing that. Yeah. So obviously, like I said, I wanted to bring kids. Diversity right off the bat, you mentioned it.
I think my first 3 are all white people.
Yeah. So like I said, very...
Oops, I hit the camera. I'm sorry.
Very Sam Raimi oriented. But that buddy relationship is obviously going to develop in 2.
Bad boys. Ride together, die together. Bad boys for life. Shouldn't it be Bad Boys 3 Life?
Sure. You know, and like I said, you know, characters bad with. I wasn't going to list every Bane baby. Yeah. They're mostly
Ebon, there. Rubber Band Man.
The guy with the holes, he had the button on his suit.
The one kid
Talon who turns good.
The kid that could make that dinosaur
with
his mind.
The dinosaur guy, but who was the? I loved the guy with the buttons because he killed himself, didn't he? In the show,
don't remember.
I think he's so tortured by his powers he kills himself.
Who knows?
So Static Shock, yeah, we're gonna lead into something.
Okay,
cool.
I'll go to mine.
Yeah,
it's loading here. Okay, it's Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
If you would just be so kindly as to. Boom, boom. So my third, Arrow and Canary.
Nice.
I went with Green Arrow. I bet you didn't think I would.
I honestly didn't. I thought you were gonna. I was honestly surprised that you weren't more upset with me than for starting with Green Arrow. But you know.
Huh. Did you think I was gonna do the Trinity to start off?
No, because I knew you didn't want to do Superman.
Yeah.
So I didn't. I also kind of forgot about Wonder Woman. For some reason, I was really thinking Martian Manhunter was going to come out of you for year one, but
a Martian Manhunter movie. Wow. No, I so far have 2 male, 2 females.
That's nice.
Yeah. All white, but that's okay.
As long as they kick ass, right? As long as everyone's kicking ass.
So Oliver Queen, he's a rich liberal businessman.
Yep.
While Dinah Lance is an outspoken, hard-nosed interior decorator. Okay. For the last 10 years, they've been working as vigilantes in Star City. Working with Detective Harvey Bullock.
Okay.
Harvey Bullock, normally in Gotham. With Harvey Bullock moving to Gotham, they work together to take down the Polka Dot Man's criminal gang. Soon after, though, Arrow and Canary discover Killer Frost on a string of diamond heists across the city. Okay. Killer Frost leads Canary on a chase across the city, while Count Vertigo attacks Arrow, seemingly working with Frost. Okay. When it's revealed that Vertigo was using Frost to commit petty crimes, while he used the money for sadistic, mind-melting science experiments. Okay? Don't really know Count Vertigo's backstory, so I made one up. He has mind powers, and he does science experiments on people's minds.
Okay, so I know that Vertigo is a very popular villain of Green Arrow.
Yes.
But I don't know nothing about him.
No, nothing.
Could have gone with Merlin. Very...
Nah, future. Arrow and Canary are able to put an end to Count Vertigo, saving Killer Frost from his mind grasp, and rescuing some of the civilians that Vertigo was holding hostage. The end credit scene, Oliver and Dinah discover their adopted son Roy using heroin.
Crazy. So this is R.
This is an R-rated movie, yes. Because he's going to be stabbing people. Like, you're going to see full blood arrows going into people. Yeah. Characters, of course, Oliver Queen, Green Arrow, Dinah Lance, which I actually am going to delete the colors. I want them just to be Arrow and Canary. Because I don't want so many colors. There's already Green Lantern and stuff.
Which has to stay.
Yeah, so I'm just going to Arrow and Canary. But then, of course, Killer Frost. Did you know Count Vertigo's real name?
Yep.
Werner Zeidel.
I like Count Vertigo. I like Green Arrow. I know a lot about Green Arrow.
Did you know Polka Dot Man's name? Abner Krill.
Didn't know that one.
Yeah, and then Roy Harper cameo in the end credits.
How old's Roy?
At this point, he's going to be in future movies and future phases, so I would say like 17, 18.
Okay. Yeah, I guess I review now. Obviously, this is one that I care about immensely. This isn't one that I'm going to dick around with. The main thing... should we do like a year review too? Like, hey, how did your year go? Like, we reviewed the other year. So I don't want to talk about some of that. It's an interesting spin on Vertigo for not knowing anything about the guy. It definitely works with kind of what he does. You know, there are so many origins. There are multiples.
And this is the second plot. Because I wrote the first plot, and when I was talking to you, I was like, I don't know character motivations. That was when I was like... So originally, it was... Count Vertigo takes Arrow under his mind control. Okay. It's basically Hawkeye in Avengers.
Okay, and so Canary was more of the...
Yeah, and then I was like, no, I'll just have them both.
Yeah.
Well, I should have actually had her fight Vertigo, but she ends up saving the day, too.
I imagine she fights Frost.
She uses the Canary Cry to break Vertigo's mind spell.
Cool. Yeah, and then the heroine then right off the bat.
Yeah, right in the end credits.
That's crazy. That's a cliffhanger to go into. I imagine this isn't getting followed up in year 2, so we have to sit with that for a while.
Yeah, not year 2.
I will say this. I really liked this Harvey Bullock part of, oh no, the cop we loved moved to Gotham. Let's do something else. The reason I love that so much is because that's the plot of Enos, the Dukes of Hazzard spinoff. Enos got sent to L.A.
Yeah.
So I really liked that. Because it makes me think about Enos.
Yeah, see,
and I love stories
I'm
like
going
that.
a different way with my cinematic universe, where yours is more right in the face of here's a Green Arrow, sit it down on the table. Whereas mine was just I'm just slowly connecting characters.
The Green Arrow wouldn't have happened. You wouldn't have set down the Green Arrow had it not been Batman. Yeah, obviously Batman has that instantly. Yeah. It's goddamn Batman, right? He obviously had, and
like,
you got
Alfred, check out what I have. Ding.
So you got to think that movie starts years before anything. The last scene of the movie is right as Green Arrow
When you asked me how long he's been Batman, that's why I was like, well,
because this is 10
years.
And then Wonder Woman's obviously in the past.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's interesting. Well, I'll wait to talk about that.
What do you think of the title?
Arrow and Canary? Rolls off the tongue. So I like it. Arrow and Canary.
Arrow and Canary. That's why I like that as their superhero names.
Yeah, it was really interesting. I have plans for Canary, obviously. I
was honestly shocked when she wasn't in your Green Arrow movie.
I remembered to include her at the end. But she's not in year one. You have Tiana to deal with. She's the love interest.
And see, I didn't want to do Lian Yu. Is that the island?
In the show.
Okay.
Yeah. It has a different name. The heroin thing's blowing my mind right off the bat, too. Just because... and it's funny with Vertigo, because the plot of Arrow is that Vertigo's the drug that Count is sending out. And so that's how they tied together Roy using drugs, he's just on Vertigo. So it's kind of cool that in a movie with Vertigo, if you know Arrow... He's into heroin, too. Yeah, I love it. Like I said, I really like the Bullock thing. Polka Dot Man, I was going to throw him in Batman, and then I was like, I'll do Onomatopoeia.
And Harvey Bullock, he's a cigar smoking. He says the F word a lot. Yeah. That's why R rating. And Oliver Queen's going to go into some F word this, F word that liberal rant. Yeah. These goddamn fucking Republicans can't get shit done.
My Green Arrow is going to go way crazier, but the fact that there was so much of let's watch this guy train for a little bit. Let's just put Castaway in the middle of this.
Batman.
Yeah, there's a lot of death in Batman. He levels a block and throws a guy into acid. I don't know.
I guess.
Also, because I wanted the scene where the Flying Graysons die. I want that visually you remember Amazing Spider-Man 2 just boom boom off the breath. I want just their necks snapped, just everything caught in camera.
Should we move the camera back over there to do
the outro? I'm thinking so. Well, are we going to talk about the years over there then?
Yeah.
Okay. What I was going to say was Polka Dot Man. I was going to put him and Calendar Man as a tag team, and then I replaced that with Onomatopoeia. So it's cool that they were in there. Yeah, let's move the camera and do the outro.
So this is the year in review?
This is the year in review. I'm going to go first.
Yeah.
One, you have Batman and Green Arrow. They've been heroes for a while.
Yes.
And so to start off the universe with that, it works for one, but then 1 year we have 2 heroes that have been around, or 3 heroes in this case, that have been around for
I'm just starting the universe.
And we just lose the whole decade.
I don't want to do origins.
It's fine.
I just jumped in.
The second thing... And you kind of did it in all 3 movies. Huh. There's a bad guy, but then the bad guy's under someone else. And it's oh no, the bad guy. Because you did the Riddler reveal.
Yeah.
You did the Count reveal, who's kind of Killer Frost is working for Count. And the whole, Vandal Savage and Ares are working together. Yeah. So you kind of just kept throwing that in. We're
because I want multiple villains.
I know.
It's an easy way to do it.
Yeah.
Have multiple villains working together.
It would get old in 1 year. You're just oh shit! Wow, another one's working for another one.
It's different. It's all 3 of them are different.
Yeah, it's good.
Because the first one, the Riddler's paying Deadshot. Okay?
Which is how Deadshot works.
Deadshot's working for Edward Nygma. Then the second one, Vandal Savage and Ares have a partnership.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then the third one, it's mind control, baby.
Yeah. I mean, it does work like that because then.
And originally, it was going to be an Avengers clone where.
I was gonna say, well, you look back on Phase 1, you go, oh, that was so Phase 1-y when we got to do all those, duo things with the bad guys. So, I mean, strong efforts of, who you picked, obviously.
I guess my biggest flaw with your year one, is it's very Phase 1-y.
Well,
it's literally Batman starts off with his first villain, Robin debuts, Green Arrow year 1, he's on the island. He doesn't become Green Arrow till the last scene. Then Static Shock, which I want to see that movie. So,
I said, I wanted that youth crowd. I wanted diversity.
It's very year 1 heavy.
Yeah, I'm considering 2 of them were supposed to be called year 1.
Yeah, could you imagine if you did that in 1 year, released 2?
That's why I changed it to Gotham Knights, which you ended up enjoying. So.
Yeah, I really like that title.
Yeah. Because it does give that illusion. No Robin.
I think I enjoyed that title as much as I thought you would have enjoyed Arrow and Canary.
I enjoy Arrow and Canary. Like I said, it rolls off the tongue.
It's a good title.
I put a lot of work into Gotham Knights, though. Yeah, but there's definitely, I can't wait to see what's next in year 2. I mean, obviously we're getting for at least 3 new characters. You're not going to give someone back-to-back. That's insane.
Do you know your future from here?
Yeah, I know a little bit. I'm working on where the team movies are going to be. I have Batman planned.
See, the thing with DC is they have so many teams.
Yeah.
No, not a spoiler, but is Justice League both going to be our tentpole?
Probably. That or JSA.
Yeah. I completely disregarded the Golden Age. Completely disregarded.
I really wanted, because I kind of knew with me doing the cliches of, Batman knows about Green Arrow, and then, we do that for a while. I wanted that just solo, give us Static Shock off the bat. Let's bring in those kids.
Before Superman.
What? Before Superman, yeah.
You keep saying bring in those kids. No kids going to see Batman.
Well, it's ours, so.
Yeah, that's true. No kids going to see Batman. Which is the biggest moneymaker. He's the most popular superhero there is.
So what my things are, like I said, is I want to see...
Green Arrow. He's on an island shooting people, killing people, cutting people's throats.
He's not doing all that. I wanted a scene where...
Batman's not either.
Because the Red Hood gang scene is going to be intense violence. This is going to be very Tarantino-ish. That's where the R comes from. There's a lot of blood.
It's crazy. Well, I guess we're going to end this.
Yeah, this is the outro.
So let us know what you thought. Which year would you choose?
Yeah.
If you had to go see either my 3 movies for this year or his 3 movies, which would you choose?
And also, which year 2 are you most excited for? I mean, obviously
for the next?
It's all new characters. So I guess we can, that rule's obviously in effect. But, knowing how we're telling the story, where are you excited? And you want to see more of, this guy's been a decade.
In the fantasy booking aspect of, because we're planning out stories that take place over the course of multiple films, so it's people are like, how is this going to play out differently? Yeah.
What if I just drop everything I set up with Batman and knowing about Arrow till phase 3? What if they just never come together, I could do that.
Yes. Alright, let's end this.
Yeah, this is the outro. This is the part where we do the outro. Like this video, give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Helps the channel out a lot. Also lets us know. I mean, we're going to keep doing these.
Yeah.
Especially you're dedicated.
I'm so dedicated. This could get 5 views and we're going to
This is a very exciting universe for me. Or a concept that I came up with. We could outsource it.
And this is my favorite comic book universe, so.
Yeah.
You can follow
subscribe.
me.
Don't forget to subscribe for more videos.
I'm Bat Tracy. You can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. No. I'm Bat Tracy. You can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and Stardust at BatTracy01.
I've been Lex.
I'm not even on the camera.
I've been Lex Dahl. You can follow me on Instagram at StraightAgeAtheistJerk and on Twitter at IdiotDahl.
You can follow the channel as a collective on Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube at Punk Rock Blues.
And you can pledge to our Patreon at patreon.com/punkrockblues.
Wow.
Yeah, maybe we could set a tier where you get insider information about the next year.
Oh my god, that'd be great.
No one would care.
No one would care.
Yeah, this is it. Like I said,
I care more about this than anyone.
Subscribe for more videos and hit the notification bell. We were overlapping there. That's it. This
Bye.
is really fun. I don't know what the thumbnail's going to be, but...
I don't know. I was thinking of getting...
Part Dukes and you just put a DC logo over between us.
Yeah. Okay. Bye.
Bye-bye.